the guy that was driving the Transocean rig courageously stayed at his joystick and drove the rig 1,600 feet away from the fire so that 121 men could safely jump in the water and not burn to death before he burned to death. And then for 2 days, all those water boats, they weren't trying to put the fire out. They were basically trying to move the rig further and further away so that it wouldn't sink, but it still sunk. So the rig might be 10 miles away from the hull.
I see.
And attached to the rig floor is the riser. So you have this dangling mile-long, section that was packed with condensate. That's what's been slowly leaking out. It looks big because of the sort of artificial distortion of the strobe light.
So that's just a sleight of hand. It's a minor distraction.
Sleight of hand is an understatement.
Right.
It's the biggest cover-up we've ever seen.
And is there and you're dubious, Matthew Simmons, that the relief well will? Well,
I know technically that without casing, a relief well cannot work.
So
it's just a technical fact. It's like saying if you don't have a steering wheel on your car and don't have any wheels, you can't drive the car.
So if we discount the possibility of the relief well, let's just go ahead a few weeks from now. If we discount the possibility that the relief well, which they'll announce in a few weeks, has struck and that it's not going to work, at what point?
It'll be only the 45th announcement that something was going to work.
And for some reason, rather, the Navy's not sent a submarine down there to find out where this damn hole is.
Well, they first of all, until very recently, everybody believed the big lie.
Well,
even when the research vessels were sent out by NOAA, the only reason NOAA got kind of is because they started saying, why, if it's 1,000 barrels a day or 5,000 barrels a day, why are all these streaks showing up, these ugly orange streaks? And when they sent the first two research vessels out, BP cried like a stuck pig, saying, there aren't any plumes. We've already searched that out. This is just a diversion from us actually correcting the riser leak.
Well, but Matthew Simmons, surely when the lie is exposed that the relief well doesn't stop it, and it continues, the pollution continues to come up, 120,000 barrels a day, by the information you provided us with, but NOAA's count. Okay, so, but at this point, when do we get the truth? Because you can't deny it.
I sense from just conversations that I'm having with more and more senior people that were pretty dubious for a month or so that I was being an alarmist. And they're now saying, Jesus, this is just stunning. I think that basically the walls are starting to cave in on BP. Because there's only so many things you can make up.
But will the walls cave in on President Obama? Is he being...
No, I sure hope not, because I don't think there's... I mean, I'm a fourth-generation Republican, but I think one of the things that the administration needs to do is bring in, like our former presidents to head up a commission so we take the politics totally out of this.
So the bottom line is he's being lied to, and he has been lied to from day one.
And I think, unfortunately, when he said tough words like we're going to stand on their neck and I want $20 billion of their dollars, some of our fine conservatives basically call him a communist.
Right.
There's also one of my really close friends in Washington, D.C., Wayne Gibbons, who was the head of the U.S. Oil and Gas Association for almost 20 years, who totally agrees with my sentiments on this, said that he's polled a lot of his Washington energy friends, and 2/3 of them or more think this is a green conspiracy to tarnish BP.
Well, already the president says that this is the worst environmental disaster in U.S. history, but what you're telling us...
I'm saying global history.
You're telling us that this is beyond that by a factor of what?
And now the health problem is so serious, and I think now the scientists are... too many people are now getting ill.
So,
and the reason they're so intensely studying all these dead mammals and fish and birds is to try to figure out, why did they die? And I guess from the New York Times had a big story about this today, and and it said, well, I guess it's basically when you inhale methane, you just die.
Well, I just find it extraordinary, Matthew Simmons, that we've had this sleight of hand, and now they've had, in this big theatrical announcement today, they've closed off this irrelevant little cap on this irrelevant leak, and the big leak that everybody's in denial about is belching out 120,000 barrels a day. How long before people find this thing?
I think their days are numbered. Because I think the number of people that are starting to say, enough's enough.
Well, but this is a crime against the planet, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. This rivals World War II.
And let's assume, Matthew Simmons, that we have this wake-up call soon and we recognize what the real problem has been all along.
Yeah.
What do we do?
I don't know, because it really is very complicated to figure out any way to actually, soak up the lake of poison soil. Now, had BP done what a company like Exxon or Chevron or Total would have done, in my opinion, and that's the day of this happened, say this was just a terrible, terrible disaster. The BLP blew out, the casing blew out, it's an open hole. We think it's spilling someplace between 100 and 120,000 barrels.
Currently September 30th, 2012. What's going on, guys? I had to break away from the blog TV to bring you this information. And a big thank you to Show Me Baby, Monograph, and F-Town, 3 YouTubers you should definitely be subscribed to. I'll put their links below all of this. Apparently tomorrow, Northcom, Mission Assumption, October 1st, 2012. U.S. Army Northcom has initiated massive training exercise across the country that has alarmed residents in numerous states. Now, this was Operation Vibrant Response 13 that took place back over the summertime, simulating nuclear weapon catastrophes and whatnot. We did videos on it. Go back and search for Vibrant Response 13 to find that information. However, tomorrow, scroll down here, quote from Northcom documentation, this high-tempo event confirms DCRF and C2CRE-B in a field training exercise to prepare them for Mission Assumption on October 1st, 2012. I don't know a lot about this Mission Assumption. I can't find a lot of information on it, just Googling it. However, I did find this here on Army.mil. This is a government military website where they're talking about Vibrant Response 13. However, if you scroll part of the way down the page, there is a part here that confirms the October 1 date. The 40th ESB's participation in this training exercise is critical because beginning October 1st, they will be joining the Defense CBRNE Response Force for the next year. The 40th ESB will be tasked to provide communication support to other response teams in the event of a catastrophic event. Again, I don't know a lot about this Mission Assumption, October 1, 2012. Apparently something happening tomorrow, Monday, October 1, 2012. I just wanted to give you these links, put this information out to you. If anybody has any further information on this, please make a video response or leave it in the comments section. Don't know if it's anything to worry about. We will soon see. But just wanted to link you to this. Be aware, Mission Assumption, Northcom, October 1, 2012. Links below. Guys, take care. Stay safe.